I mean,
Was
just
like,
some farmer with some snow in his mouth, laying out in a field of white. No scope.
With one of their own rifles.
With one of their own rifles at that. So yeah, no, the Russians are not going to be unsalted about that.
At least they know the rifle works.
Yeah.
The old Moist Nougat was a pretty decent rifle. It's not an amazing, like, god tier super rifle, but it's pretty good.
It did its job.
Yeah, it went bang and it was reasonably accurate.
Fun fact. In the Winter War, the Finns were killing the Russians with their own guns. They sold them.
Yeah.
The only reason the Russians won the Winter War is because they had bodies to throw at the fire. That's it.
And the Finns were their own unique breed of I didn't start the fire.
We didn't start a fire.
No, you're too sick to sing.
I can't sing at all. I can barely talk without coughing.
Put this on. Alright, nerds. Kevin's gonna be waking up just in a backpack with a fucking feed bag on full of water.
Confused bubble noises.
Purple,
No, I
purple.
wasn't waiting for you to wake up!
Yeah. Kevin is applying the squirmies because he's like, what is this?
We're going to have a relaxation day while the children go and play.
I don't remember this song having vocals.
Well, I have a bunch of different ones. They're all by Ian Grimm. Ian Grimm. He's a wonderful dude, by the way. These are all like, most of his songs are 100% free, too.
Oh.
This is a nice song, too.
You pay $0. This is part of his Celtic music collection. He does a wonderful job. I think this is a part of it. He's got his fantasy, he's got his Celtic, he's got a lot of them. Try and find his little site. Like, more people need to know about dude. He just does a great job. It's like one of those, you can have him free, but if you want, if you feel like it, pay $1, pay $2, whatever you want. Like, I got one, got it for $0, because I didn't have money at the time. When I got money, I bought one for $2. Like, well, you know what? I'll give you at least $2. That's what I can spare. I like him because they remind me of old school Age of Empires game music.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of that. Like, this definitely sounds like early 2000s, like, era laptop video games.
Stuff.
But just like the sound quality of what you could expect to get for like a desktop video game at the time.
And it's not an obnoxious flute either. It's just there, and
it's a
Grammys, and then it's good.
Yeah, it's a good flute. It's not blown out horribly or anything.
Another hard rushing work for Jinner. I'm just letting this be like your music waltz. You get your stuff packed, get dressed. So since you're gonna be down Sin, you're gonna have another filler in. And there's currently a conversation betwixt Ivy's two other kids. Which one wants to stay and which one wants to go?
Should I stay or should I go?
Who's gonna get in the most trouble though?
My brain just turned off. Crap.
I'm being honest, Demi's very prone to getting in trouble.
Oh, sorry. You can have it back.
That's very nice. Keep that on for a little bit. Well, it's out.
I like that it's not campy.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just doing its own thing. Not trying to appeal to nobody. It's just being its own vibe.
I need to grab a drink because I keep reaching for this empty one.
Nah, just continue to reach for the empty glass. Consume the nothingness.
Hey, so you're doing this on purpose.
Become one with the nothing.
Become void,
Become one
Kitsune.
with the void.
Stop doing that. Yes. Wait.
So have they decided?
I'll be right back, guys.
Yee.
Don't
Just
die.
until Kevin's hands are freed, you're just going to have mildly disgruntled Vampira noises.
No, his hands are free, just hanging out. He tied a fucking feed bag to his face so he didn't die.
Oh, this is excellent.
And that way, as
Oh.
soon as he woke up, he could start sipping water.
Bold of you to assume that Kevin knows how to sip.
He just yomps the water.
If anyone was watching, he would have just kind of tilted his head back and just glorp.
Oh no, y'all are walking. I say y'all are walking because Noro has, he's not the one with you on his back. Glory is carrying you on her back. She decides that she needs relaxation, and Vega basically forced Drake out of the house because he needs relaxation time. So Gloria had to drag him out of the house by his horn.
I like the concept of a horned iguana.
Yeah, Mob has him, he just hides him.
But Kevin would scorp the water and then just kind of like stretch it a bit. Is this lethal? I feel like I'm gonna die from this one day.
Oh, yeah, if you take more than 3 days, you'll die. Sorry about that.
Well, it hasn't been 3 days yet. He kind of like turn himself about. I'm sorry that you got stuck with carrying my dumbass around.
You don't weigh anything, it's okay. Kevin forgetting the giant musculature of the bunny.
And it's the principle of this thing.
Shit, Gloria's almost as tall as Masa.
She is. She's really close to Moss's size.
Big bun.
Like, well, then if it's no big deal, is it any problem with me staying put, or am I about to get dropped?
You're comfy, you can stay there, bud. I don't care. Just don't touch mirrors, please. Freak out. Freak out something fierce. You don't want to see her when she's freaking out. I do like it, though. It's hilarious.
Well, I will not be the cause of this then. If you want, you can set me down. I don't mind walking.
If you don't plan to touch my ears, then we're fine. Besides, we know you like to be comfy and warm, and we both know that that blanket feels good.
Am I really so transparent?
You're cold-blooded. Drake likes blankets too. That's true, my coat is always padded. 100% of the time.
I kind of feel stupid for not realizing that I could do that too. And
That's okay. Not everybody's born cold-blooded.
I'm pretty sure I was born cold-blooded too. I just didn't live somewhere where it got cold.
Yeah, that's okay. My balls itch. Hold on. Bunny scratching groin. Concerned travelers on the road as they walk past.
Concern.
And then you got the doofy ass children over there being children's. And Shania rounding them up one by one. And Sin's going to pin his responsibility off on Faraji temporarily. But you can be the leader. You son of a bitch. After all my friendship, this is what I get! Yes, I'm betraying you by making you be responsible. I'm sorry. I hate you right now. Go have fun with your pregnant girlfriend, you stupid fox bird. You damn Ferb!
What are we doing today, Ferb?
Note to self, Ferb is a new insult to use against Sin. Note to self, don't inform myself about insults around Sin because he glares. I feel like I should be wearing a lederhosen or something, I don't know.
I am vibing way more than I thought I would to this song.
Got so many more, hold on. Like, we haven't even, like, really jammed too many, like... Hold on, let me turn that one back on. That's catchy.
Yeah.
That one's got a flute.
Aggressive flute.
Aggressive echo flute.
Flute.
The only one who ever hears the echo is Dark.
Well, I hear the
Sometimes
echo
it's
in that
partly in the
one
void.
because I actually mess around with audio programs and can recognize when they like super sample it with an echo, and it's like, ah, no, they started playing in a cave. Why?
That's
Also-
probably the point.
I downloaded OBS. Why does this program? It's such a mess.
It is a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, just use Elgato, duh.
Just use Adobe Premiere.
Ugh, God, no. Just get a fucking capture card if you're going that far.
Yeah.
Same damn price.
I actually have access to an old version of Fraps that's like registered and everything.
What, you actually have a registered hypercam?
Not Hypercam, Fraps. And here's the fun part. I got it off of Pirates Bay before Pirates Bay started being worried about the law. So it's actually somebody's thing they put up, and it's now technically mine, and it's registered to their name. And it's excellent. Fraps does an amazing job capturing like 98% of your frames.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So, you childrens, got yourselves dressed, got yourselves ready. You've got the jury going with you. Jimmy's curious if you have any damage, or do you need a tank, or do you need damage?
Yeah.
So we need both?
That was me. I just didn't hear anyone say anything, so I said, yeah.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Hello,
Consignments,
welcome back.
consignments of ecstasy known as strawberry contained, as described, potentially dangerous combinations of ketamine, epinephrine, and seligine. The fuck?
And what?
It's SELEGILINE.
Like, inside of what?
As a consignment of ecstasy, like, you know, just sold like that. Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah, that was. Well, okay, I can't believe they got rid. They got away with that. Okay then.
Alright, then.
I was just asked to find if there were any interactions with this fucking drug that this person was worried about because they're on a depression pill, and their doctor told them there could be like potentially dangerous
Don't
to
take
death.
any fucking drugs, consignment or otherwise, if you're on a pill, because they will kill you.
They were told to by their doctor, and they're like, I don't know. I was looking at this stuff online, and they're like, is there a potentially deadly interaction here? And they wanted me to look at it too.
Yes! What kind of idiot are they that they won't trust the doctor whose whole job is to know they will kill you? You're already taking a toxin to treat your fucking problems. If you take another toxin to try and double treat your problems, you die of double toxin. Man, I love this flute. Okay. The children's are all getting ready.
This is catchy music.
It is. Jimmy has chosen to go entirely because he can't win against Edgy, who keeps beating him in fucking rock, paper, scissors. But he's going of his own free volition. That's what he says, anyways.
Wow, they really just threw everything at ADHD, didn't they? Seligny has had limitedly studied for the treatment of attention deficit disorder. Alright, well, that's enough of that. It's enough Wikipedia for today.
The DM over here getting ready to bump somebody.
Oh, it's okay. Janai's just been putting everyone into the way chamber as they start to drool randomly.
Kerplunk. Kerplunk.
Even Fionn and their jiggly tits.
I had forgotten about that.
So unofficially, Fiona. I'm just kind of sticking with that. Not trying to be a nerd or anything, but like, it works, am I right?
Kane, if you're there, we can't hear you.
Did we get Fionn a breastplate or nah?
I'll see what you gave him boobs, so I hope you got him a chest plate.
Just
Just
Someone needs to make a portal bra.
Well, I guess you could talk to Noro about what Slytherin wears, because, you know, Noro told Kevin the truth that Slytherin's breasts are way bigger than they look. Just she wears a special bra to hide them, so it's not distracting. Probably try and get her bras, and she'll probably kill you if you take her bras, though.
Believe it or not, Kevin is not sneaky just because he has no feet.
I kind of think something without feet would be less sneaky because they'd be more prone to tripping.
Well, I mean, if you just do the noodly squiggle,
Yeah,
have less pad
does not
noises.
work when you're, you know, that big. You know, noodle swiggles only work when you're like under 2 feet long and 1 foot wide.
It's true.
Flops over, thunk, 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 as he tries to wiggle through a door.
You have to get some serious wiggles going, like some serious S curves going there to make for good movement. And doors get in the way of that.
Yes. All right. Every single nerdlet that's going to the dungeon is onto the post.
yeah. Everyone's here.
Now, which one of these was the appropriate sound? I'm gonna mute so I don't break your eardrums. By the way, guys, give me a second.
Flashbang.
I like how you both said that. I'm proud.
That shit was funny.
Should just have it set to like a keybind, so you could flashbang at any moment.
That needs to be a curse. Spontaneous flashbang. Just a random part of your body emits a large amount of light and it deafens
First
people in a
off,
small
you
radius.
don't understand the level of curses that he will prepare. And here you go. This is this dungeon's music when you get there.
Ah, yeah, Xenoblade
Little bit of
vibes.
I like
Rainbow Road sounding ass!
It's what the fuck? Rainbow Road don't sound like that.
Rainbow Road is way more energetic.
I'm talking like N64, like the old one.
That sounds like fucking like
Maybe some Mario
standing
Sunshine.
drums and shit. I mean, yeah, Mario Sunshine I could see.
I-
Like most of these will probably sound like some of that stuff because most people that make these are like our age. So like they're like heavily influenced by nostalgia
Hello.
sometimes to just make a vibe track. Welcome back. By the way, you've all been put on the plate and teleported. That's why you hear this music because this is the dungeon's music and.
No,
it's
you know
nice
what
to
this
clean
is?
Your jiggly boobs up and set you down.
This is a
Okay.
Super Mario. Fuck, what is it?
Odyssey.
No, not Odyssey. The space one.
That's
Galaxy.
that's
Galaxy.
Odyssey.
No, Odyssey is planet side.
You're going to
Galaxy.
different planets.
It's the same
No, it's
planet.
distinctly fucking different. Just go look at Galaxy versus Odyssey.
Okay, but like, can we just agree that if you're traveling to different planets, you are technically going to space? I'm just saying.
Yes.
How it works.
In
In
Od-
Odyssey, you stay on the same planet. You just travel around it through space.
Yeah. The
Well,
furthest
yeah,
you
that's
go
fine.
is the moon.
So wait, like all of that is just like the same planet?
It's the same
Mhm.
fucking planet. Even the
Bro,
dragon.
It's Earth.
that planet is all fucked up.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And Pauline fucking lives there.
The normal ass human.
No, those are not normal humans. Mario is 5 foot. Those are giants.
Mario's 5 foot with a tiny dick. Remember that's canon.
Yep. I believe the term
Wait,
was
what?
used like an acorn.
What happened?
It's canonic
doesn't
that
matter.
Luigi's
Go-
hung.
Go watch Film Theory. That's all you need to know. Or Game Theory.
Oh no.
And Game Theory. Matt Pat got his fame by comparing the genitals and just the testicles and the testicles of video game characters.
It's literally an instance of the angle of the dangle.
hmm
I mean, have you seen the Saber Spark? The one who's definitely not a furry.
That sounds like the odd one out.
The odd one out. I fucking love them.
And she has
That
a
doesn't-
$5,000 mascot costume in their closet, but they say they're not into sports.
There's, like, the odd one out. Don't they hang out with like fucking what's his name, like Grizzly and them or whoever?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, odd one out's a furry. You even got a persona too. It's
Meat cannon.
I was watching.
Meat
I
cannon.
think I was watching Grizz play fucking gas station simulator, being his black ass, just fucking just so much shit talking to the AI. I loved it.
What
Every
the
time
cabrón?
it just reminds me of home every time I hear him say "unk." Ah. Sounds like home in East Texas. Alright.
Actually, it's pronounced Tejas.
I will fucking murder you. Wasn't even known as Tejas when it was owned by Mexico.
But they called it Tejas though.
They just called it North Mexico because it was North fucking Mexico.
Jared, I'm gonna send you something real quick.
It's actually
It's like people who
pronounced
try to use
Talk-is.
People who try to say like "you the South" as an insult. The whole yes, thank you. The southern part of the country. Thank you. What about the northern part or the middle? If we're using descriptors, oh damn those middlers! I'm always mocking the rest of us for living on the edges.
I don't even fucking know the name of the
That's in the
states in the middle.
And that's how you commit a war crime, children.
What fucking states are even in the middle of the U.S.?
Boring
The
ones
important
like
ones, that's the fucking point.
boring
Ones
ones
that
like
drag you
Utah and
somewhere to live
Colorado and Vermont.
No, not Vermont.
I fucking reminded my friend a couple weeks ago. I think it might have been Aaron. I reminded him, he's like, "Oh my God, Vermont is a state."
Oh
Like,
god.
How about Wyoming? Is it a state still, or is it still a government conspiracy?
Wyoming, the cube.
Wyoming.
Wyoming slowly consuming Utah.
Mississippi, yes.
Yes.
Fucking Boris just having a moment.
Mississippi.
Georgia, this one I know because it's a country in Europe.
Alright, so middle states, we got Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, Canada, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois.
Nevada wasn't said.
Nevada?
Okay,
It's kind of
dokie.
in the middle.
Nah, that's left.
Nevada?
Nevada's hanging out with California. That's about as left as you can get without going over the mountain.
It's funny because it's twice as funny. And when they
Alright,
stay
so
clear when they're boiled.
first off, Chiltrins, just so you know,
Children's?
you're basically, I guess you say, spawn in this dungeon. Looks like you're at the edge of what are those things called? It's like the little outcropping of a beach, but it's not fully part of the beach.
Shoal?
Knoll? Does that work?
The outcropping of what?
A beach. Like a shoreline.
It's like
Are
a
you
beach,
talking
but
about-
short.
It's not like a jetty, is it?
Is it a jet? It's not like. Do jetties have
Is
to
it
be
a-
physically constructed by people, or can it just be anything?
Is it a berm?
Or a
Maybe?
sandbar?
No,
Well, we'll call it a
sandbars are
sandbar.
out in the water.
Well, you're kind of sort of surrounded on all sides by water, save for ahead of you, which looks like, you know,
A
land.
peninsula?
You're
Yep.
definitely like peninsular.
So, yeah, that's definitely still counts as a sandbar then. So it would just be a
like-
peninsular sandbar.
So you've got about 40 to 50 feet on any given side of you except for straight ahead, where it's just water. And the first one to investigate is, like, immediately going to be fucking Mob, who just walks over and leans down and... Oh, that looks deep. What's Mob? Ah, yes, Mob's idea. He's gonna take one of his glowstones and crush it and just kind of drop it into the water to watch. Oh, that's dark. Alright then. Cool. Water. Perfetti, what? I hope you can still swim. Hey, fuck you, I've always been able to swim. God, I've seen you in 20 years, you come back being a giant bitch.
The DM's getting serious now. They've introduced water. They know that's the most deadly thing.
Oh no. It's the mandatory water level.
Janaya's already started walking off, and it looks like they're walking towards the edge of the water. Just straight ahead.
Overly dramatic, outstretched hand. No.
And then you see them kind of sink down by like 2 feet as they just keep walking. Wading through the water at hip level.
Well, it's too late. They're a lost cause. Time to walk
Come on, you
all the
fucking
way
idiot.
around.
Someone pick up Naibai so they don't drown.
So, fun fact, Naibai actually can't swim. They grew up in the middle of the fucking desert. Where would they learn to swim?
The bathtub.
Hey,
No, I'm kidding. No, Fion. Alright, well, who's going to carry Naibai?
I guess I could. Bonnie will
Alright.
offer to carry the bunny.
Bunny
The question
will
is-
glance to Fionn and then back to Bonnie and kind of subtly sigh and go over to Bonnie.
But do you want them to carry you? I'm only offering because I can guarantee I won't fall and drown from your weight. They're
Oh, yeah, if
currently
you
trying
want,
to
I
get
can
their
carry
balance.
And Nabai will look back and then walk back over to Fionn, like give their arm a little hug. Yes.
Nabite's got a crush on Fionn.
Nabai's always had a crush on Fionn. It's just now she's actually allowed to have emotions.
Aw.
So,
Fion.
is anyone ever
Fion's
going
gonna...
to explain that to me? How he became sheep?
Well,
When a mommy lion and a lady human.
no.
Just fucking. The hell you on about, Kevin?
Don't worry about it. Someone was thinking about me coarsely. And reflex.
Oh, well, yeah, well, shut up and enjoy your fucking lamb roast, alright?
He just places his face back on the lamb roast.
Noro, Gloria, Kevin, and Drake are going and enjoying themselves. The multicultural festivities going on right now. And literally the area just known as the Ring of Food.
This sounds substantially better than the Ring of Fire.
They don't
Alana
have...
will enjoy the ring of food.
They have zero, like, questing to do tomorrow or the next day, so they're just gonna pig the fuck out on all these foods.
Yeah. Well, and
Oh,
Fion, well,
working around so.
It's Fiona, but it's okay. It takes time to adjust.
shut. It's not permanent. Well, during the party, I guess, Naibai put a succubus candy in my drink that I got from Mons, and this is what happened. And Fion will pick up Naibai and put her on her shoulders, whatever.
Onward, valiant stud, steed! I said steed.
Bonnie will just pat the bunny on the back. I'm glad that you're opening up. Quite cute, really. Alright, Mom, brace you. What the fuck? You're fucking snow! That's wet!
Fion will carry Naibai through the water.
Mob knew Bonnie was gonna race him, because they usually always race at some point. So what had happened there is he attempted to run and sprint across the little underwater path, slipped because underwater, mud, pressure, speed, hit his face, got a mouthful of mud, completely swallowed the mud, and then just kept running.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh.
Yeah. And I thought I was gross acclimatizing to local bacteria.
He loves being an omnivore. That motherfucker isn't an omnivore, it's a goddamn krill with fucking legs. I could eat anything. His organs have to be made out of tardigrades and axolotls at this point. Side note, there is a subspecies of Lacrotalia, which is the lizard species, that is axolotls.
I bet they are pink and adorable.
They're pink, adorable, and they're much small. They're not, like, tiny. They're, like, the biggest they get is, at most, 6 feet.
Oh,
Most of them are, like, 5.5, 5'9".
I
A lot of people don't
imagine
realize that axolotls are so slightly predacious.
Really?
that
Yes,
they have a
and
really
massive.
slow reaction time, so they're only really carnivorous towards their own kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In periods of starvation, they'll actually rip each other's limbs off and eat them.
But that's okay, they grow back.
I was gonna say, do they grow back?
Yes, they
Axolotls are
actually plan it
salamanders
out.
Axolotls are basically salamanders without the stop regenerating gene turned off permanently.
Mm.
And one final side note: if you give an axolotl a small dosage of iodine, like inject it into them, they'll actually turn into a salamander. And I'll be right back because I'm being called.
They'll just straight up evolve.
Wait.
Wait, I didn't know this. Did they just like straight up Pokemon into a different fucking animal?
Apparently.
I mean, yeah, they can.
But no. Alright,
By
so,
the way, the waters here are literally sapphire colored. Not like, ooh, like they're right about. They look like they're made of glimmering sapphire. Hell, the sands you're walking on are white, like white sands, New Mexico. So they're made of, shit. What is it?
Quartz,
Gypsum.
gypsum, like the giant crystals.
Cool.
Beatrice, I have a request.
Beatrice
Who?
isn't there. Beatrice is currently back at home,
Oh, yeah, that is
Sin
right. Never mind.
being the pregnant, and then you just got Demi in the back of the group, just looking around because he's got some sort of scent in his nose.
So, I've got a request. Nobody use any kind of electric magic while we're in the water, please.
So yeah, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but my breath that I inherited from my father is kind of pseudo-electrical.
Well, could you do your best not to electrocute all of us, please?
I promise not to electrocute you, cutie, don't worry.
Thank you.
What do you mean pseudo-electric?
They have a tri-elemental breath.
What three elements?
Well, I've got plasma, I think is what it's called. And then I've got condensate and polymerized light, and I don't know how I got them. I was just born with
Light?
them. Like polymerized. It's like a really angry laser pointer.
Alright. Interesting. So,
Each act differently. Yeah, like that one does. That one doesn't really work that well as like a stream, but it does work as a scatter, so it's like a shotgun.
yeah, well, I'm sure it's useful if someone gets close to you. And, by the way, what weapon do you use?
My grabbers. I use my grabbers, my breath, and they'll raise their tail up and peel it back, exposing the sort of kind of helical crystal that has what looks like a trifecta of colors all blended together, and you seem to be looking at it emerald, yellow, and black.
Oh,
This sounds familiar.
Hmm.
Use my tail a lot too. But I don't actually hit with the crystal, I hit with the tail because that is extremely sensitive.
Wait a sec, is this a character from the first campaign?
This is my dumbass's child, technically.
That's where the similarities are from.
Yeah.
They found their way all the way here. Because like, I'm gonna
Is
shoot my
Demi
brother.
technically Ivy's firstborn?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, they're in line for the throne.
Yeah. He didn't want to though, so he's decided, alright, fine, sure. The goblins are doing fine, by the way. Them and the pets are pretty much integrated as a species.
Oh, this is good. Is the
They're
Earth
woke.
Mover still in one piece?
I mean,
It's
the old Earth Mover from that mine.
I guess.
I mean, it got blown up and then repurposed into a house.
yeah. Even if
What
that
about,
didn't happen, it would have gotten disassembled at some point.
What about what's his name? Vesuvius Cuddlesworth.
Ah, yes, Vesuvius Cuddlesworth. Her name. She's fine.
This is
They've
good.
got a whole brood and everything,
Oh,
and they were let free after helping fight.
this is good. So, what do you think we can be expecting out of a place like this?
I mean, I don't know. I could fly up and look. Don't. Oh, never mind. Was still not to by an elder.
Probably not the best idea to fly up in a place you don't know a whole lot about.
There's something here.
Can we expect a lot of fish creatures or something like that?
Yeah, probably. Fish. And oh, hey, look,
Crabs.
a giant crab.
Oh no. We must quickly flip it over. Expose the weak point.
No, you're gonna flip over that big ass crab.
Anybody else
Should
feel
I-
like crab legs?
She's not really paying it any mind because it's straying away from the party. It's just doing that thing where it's got its pincers up, but it's like slowly backing his left and right. Just stay away. You better stay away. I'll fuck you up.
Say, hey, fuck off. Fuck off. I'm a
Yeah, even though we
snake.
could walk underneath that fucking crab.
They don't care, they're a crab.
Crab.
The only one who does break off is Demi, who just kind of walks over and, without hesitation, just reaches up and peels the bottom of it off.
Ugh.
Hey, you wanted some crab meat?
Well, that is the weak point for massive damage.
Yes, it is. What? You don't like crab?
Nothing.
What does it go? Oh, trust me, that wasn't an innocent creature.
I mean, it wasn't attacking us or anything.
Yeah, because we're bigger than it. Well, that's the rule of nature. They don't fuck with what's bigger than them. But if we were tiny like Naibai running along the beach alone, it tried to snip our heads off. You realize crabs are carnivorous, right?
Aye.
Everyone in the party just got like a random chunk of fucking 180,000 experience.
Oh, okay. Calculator.
Yeah, open sheet.
Clarification, I don't plan to help unless we have an actual dangerous boss, by the way.
Okay.
Do you ever stop talking? I don't know, do you ever stop being a humongous bitch to your brother's friends because you're upset with him? Give you know. I would really like to see you try, you short asshole. Trust me, you're not pretty enough to be this bitchy. I'm not laughing. An upset Zuri scowling at Demi as he just walked beside the yawn. You know the weirdest part about being me is I have lips.
You have what?
Lips.
Oh, okay.
Really hard
What's
if I
wrong
do.
with?
You've been walking along this little gypsum beach for quite a while. And then you finally start to get near a stopping position, and Shania just kind of takes a minute to look at the surroundings. And you can tell that they're repathing something out in their head. That way. And then, instead of going towards the tree line like you thought you might, you kind of go a little further down the beach and then turn into an alcove. And you immediately start to transition through this, what looks like a natural cove. Quite a big one. Like, you could probably fit a ship in here. Not like a giant ship, but like at least a good sailing ship. The rocks here are really interesting too. They're apparently made of a dark brown rock with some sort of, like, you know how like when rock melts together you have like those colored streaks in it? Yeah,
Yes.
like that. And there are different colors of yellow and red.
Hmm.
But the whole inside of this cove, though, you can see what looks like a lot of large gouges in it.
What in the world is going on here?
Yeah, no, it's
Uh,
definitely getting closer.
Is what?
No, none. Just something I'm smelling. Don't worry about it.
What do you smell?
See? Heat. Forest.
Just as a side note, I wish I could smell something right now.
You don't realize how bad it sucks until it's gone.
Yeah. I can taste everything fine, but I just can't smell anything because I'm so stopped up.
Shania will eventually come to a stop. And because the party did lag behind just a little bit, it takes you a minute, but you can start to hear that sound. That sound of rushing water. And then you see like the cove start to slope, the ceiling at least. It looks like it's sloping down fairly aggressively. And you just have Janaya slowly making their way across these stones as they inspect over this little area they're at. By the time you do catch up to them, you realize Janaya's currently walking across the stones at the top of a fucking waterfall.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Hmm.
There's the footpath, and they'll point over now on the other side towards the right of the cove. They'll point to a footpath covered in slippery water, maybe 3 feet wide.
Let's get them little sharp toe beans in place.
Well, Fionn will carefully cross the path.
Ooh, it's slippery. You might fall.
Ooh.
All right, quick, give me a D100 for your reflexes.
Oh
You're
boy.
more like your dexterity.
You said my dex?
Oh my dex, God.
I'm going to stab you.
No, stab proof.
He's very much not.
I didn't
Shut
say
up!
what
Don't
I'd
tell him
stab you
that.
with.
What'd you get, Kenny King?
Hold on, my dice are rolling. Let's see that plus. 680 plus. What was it? 87. Total for Dex is 767.
Alright, we're gonna take half of that away, because wet stone.
Oh. So divide by 2.
I was already doing that, but okay.
Okay. Okay, 383.5.
First few steps are scary, because you feel your feet slipping. But by the time you get to the fourth or so stone out of the total of looks like 7, you're in the clear.
Yay. Don't worry, Nabai, I'm not gonna drop you.
Oh, looks like she might have the best chance of getting on the split path without falling, because she's, the smallest. I guess it's true, gratuitous size really doesn't come in handy all the time. Damn you, genetics. Taraji opting to not even walk and just kind of shadow travel over to the other side.
Just whoop.
I mean, you kind of just no a situation.
How am I still wet from that?
Magical water, maybe?
In shadows?
Doesn't water cast shadow?
I mean, yeah, but he didn't think that it would work that well. That it would actually make him kind of soaked around his legs.
Oh, there's actually a watery shadow realm,
Oh no.
completely separate from the regular shadow realm.
Just so
Davy
you know,
Jones' locker.
Rocky doing what he does is quite difficult because he cannot see.
Oh,
He's traveling through shadows. There's no light.
true. And it's a lot faster than light.
Yes. Yeah, he's not moving. Oh, he's not moving. Oh, with the light. No, he's moving faster than light, technically, because he's moving through the shadow. Darkness is being
Isn't-
cast faster than light.
Yeah. I was gonna say, ain't the speed of shadows or dark faster than the speed of light?
Yes.
Yeah,
As edgy
Dark
as that
is
sounds.
faster than light. Dark will always catch you.
It literally run. You can't run from Kitsune. Let that be a lesson.
It kind of makes sense because you can move faster than light in a shadow because there's nothing to crash into.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes, Zuri, because they think that they have to compete with their brother. They don't even walk. They just do a little power leap over the fucking. That is a wide distance. Congratulations for winning that. That is fucking 58 feet.
Show off.
Fucking breaking Olympic records like it's nothing. Just gimme. Don't mind me. I'll just be a normal person because I actually don't have to overcompensate for everything. Oh, this is cheating. My feet are almost as large enough to touch 2 of these at once, I guess. There we go. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll go down first. Wait, no, I'll go down last. Well, I should go down first in case I slip, because if I slip at the back, you're all getting taken out.
Yeah, don't know.
Cool. Cool. Tell you what. We'll play rock, paper, scissors for it. Bonnie, however, did not wait to follow Janai as they started to take that narrow footpath. Quite slippery itself. Alright. Oh, I'm going to need this knife is on your shoulders. You can put them down, by the way, if you, because they're not gonna drown here because there's ground. It's just wet.
Okay. I wasn't sure how long Fionn had to carry them because he was just water. You know.
Oh, over the first path that had a submerged walkway.
Okay, well, if Naibai wanted, Fionn would set them down.
You can set her down.
He would set her down.
I don't know, but he set her down.
Yes.
They have the option to. They can.
There was just a lot of talk of setting people down. I was like, are we going to set them down?
Yes, Fionn's gonna set them down.
Ah, good. I'm glad that we
Okay.
confirmed that they're going to set them down.
Should do that then.
Kevin, sit down with the table and eat.
He has been. He's not passing up food. God, that is going to get him in trouble one of these days. No, bad DM. Stop thinking of ways to exploit this.
I've already thought of a lot of ways.
Exploit it more.
Oh,
Kevin hasn't even noticed he's been losing weight because all the things that fucking Slytherin's been feeding him.
hey, as long as he stays, as long as he keeps eating, he'll pretty much be happy.
Yeah, but she's disguising all the healthy snacks she makes with magic.
This is evil.
Evil by looking out for your health.
If the Snick cannot trust a cookie, who can the Snick trust?
No one.
Preferably a literal living person. Anyways.
No, it's definitely a chocolate chip cookie. Ignore the fact that the chocolate chips look like raisins.
Yeah, and that it's literally built around an entire raw carrot.
No, it's oatmeal. Definitely. It's probably not actually coconut.
It's not chocolate chip. It's raisin bran.
I like Raisin Bran. Screw you.
It's actually pretty good.
It is.
It has
But
good
it's the
flavor.
disappointment of, oh, are these chocolate chip? No, they're raisin. Oh, I want a chocolate chip.
Honestly, though,
I want honey bunches and oats, but I can't have those.
Yeah.
Those are almost good in my opinion. I don't particularly care for them.
My
like
roommate got some gingerbread cookies.
Yeah,
Gross.
okay.
Gingerbread cookies are awesome. What do you mean gross?
Hey, give me a D100 for your dexterity.
Yeah. Okay. Eh. Dice go. Kya. Okay. That plus 680 plus that. Oh, where's my calculator? 720.
Woo! You just barely survived that. Okay.
Won't I survive?
You barely beat not slipping once you got about a third of the way down.
This is good.
Still over 100+ feet in the fucking air from this footpath.
Yeah, Fionn does not like this.
Alright. And you keep on slipping down deeper. Naibai, can I have a D100 too so that you slide?
Sure thing. Alright, 92 plus, what is it, Dex?
Yes.
92 plus 492.
Woo! At 1 point.
turn. I apologize.
Yeah.
And everybody feels their foot just slip for a second. And thankfully, Bonnie was there to just reach out and grab and help put back on ledge.
Grib.
Alright, I got you. Don't worry. Bonnie, however, is literally leaving finger holds for everyone else.
Mhm.
Because they're just crushing their fingers into this rock. Taraji. Ah, God! Wait, hold on. Never mind.
Are you alright, Faraji?
He was legitimately terrified because he slipped as soon as he went to step down. He slipped off, hit his knees. Ah! And then he's like, ah, Shadow! Woo! Holy shit. I was falling fast! There's a cave under there, by the way.
Is that where we're going?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, alright, let's try this again. Raji, determined to do this the right way, will come out of the wall and slowly start sliding down. You think 3 feet of clearance is a lot, but now 3 foot wide path off of this height, that will, especially since it's technically a angled slope, that will throw you off. Then you have Demi who can't physically fit, so what he's doing is he's coming down the same way, but he's holding onto it and just ledge crawling down. And Zuri seems upset because she keeps looking at him. What are you doing? Don't worry, I'm not trying to upskirt you, princess. I'm literally too big to fit on the fucking wall. Why are you so rude, dragon? I don't know, why are you so rude, miss? Well, Zuri, how does it feel to have somebody not take your shit? Aside from me. What? Your older brother, I will damn talk to you how I wish. Also, fuck you. I almost fell to my death, and I would have haunted you, and I would have told our mom that it was your fault that you pushed me. I mean, if they were gonna kill you, this would be the place to do it. Random dungeon. Good 200 feet up, knowing my sense of direction. I mean, I fly a lot. I do know how high up we are. Like I got one of those altimeters in my brain. Or whatever the hell those are. Fancy contraptions that those weird mages use to tell how far they're gonna fall before they die. Unfortunately, nobody else has to take the role and chance falling to their death. I kind of expect Fionn to fall there, honestly, because he's clumsy, but no, one time. Man, just stay girl Fionn. They're not clumsy as shit like you are.
Oh, I don't want to stay a girl, Fionn. I don't want to stay Fiona.
Alright, you cannot let Kevin hear you call yourself that.
Oh,
Seriously, Frazi.
I would never hear the end of it.
Zuri, if you tell me to use my real voice one more time, I will push you off this ledge. You're only 20 or so feet up now. It will be fine. I will be okay. Whew. Now this one's gonna really fuck with your brain.
No.
Because Janaya walks over to the other side and there's another slope. This
What,
one's a lot wider, though. They are taking you along a very, very deep path. This one is still by this running water, but it's much more interesting. Because once you skip across these stones, or rather, as you go to, as she goes to walk across this stones, they don't seem to be there. But they do look like they kind of rise to meet their feet and then sink. And that happens for everyone. It's a very simple path across of these stones. And then you begin your traversal of this next slope down. And about halfway down, you realize it's getting a lot harder to go down, and it feels a lot more like you're trying to go up.
Hmm.
Then you realize, wait. You do hit that halfway point where the waterfall seems to finally just stop flowing. And for a moment, it's like you're kind of looking at... it's almost like you're looking at it as sort of like a reflection, like a big mirror of basically the scene that you've already left behind, the waterfall and the flowing river. But it isn't until you walk a little bit further that you realize the water is now flowing up.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, what's going on?
We're getting near where I'm going to have you help get Naiba's weapon.
Alright.
By the way, when we go for the NPC ones, I'm just going to speedrun those dungeons and tell you how much you got murder-fied.
That's
So when
fine.
it comes to Bonnie's, here's will be the last one. Well, technically, Bonnie's will be the last one. Because Sen already has a soul weapon, technically.
Oh?
Yeah.
So, what about Faraji?
Well, Faraji's going to have one, too. You are, in fact, walking up, though, even though you started walking down earlier. It's weird.
Alrighty then. Oh boy.
And when you crest to the top, it's kind of concerning, because instead of coming out and what, you might have the expectation of, maybe we just come out in another version of the code, it does not lead to that. Instead, you come out in what looks like a crater. I mean, it's full of water, and it has beach, solid beach everywhere, but it's also got enormous walls of what you can only assume may just be chunks of the earth itself when you look at it, because of that same brown wall, like rocky texture. And it's definitely something. They're apparently these craggy, inward curving walls are over 1,000 feet high. You've basically exited that little journey of yours and entered into what looks like an encircled section of the ocean.
What was the name of this dungeon?
You did not get it.
It didn't pop up on her little HUD or anything?
I forgot. It's one of those things that I do sometimes when my brain slips. Let me see. Where did it go? Dungeon list, ordered. Oh, there's a couple of disease names right there. Ah.
Huh?
This is hello, random text message in the middle of a session. Thank you for vibrating my fucking phone. Yeah, basically.
Ugh.
Phone go bird.
As long as the phone don't go bird.
No, that's when you get a tweet.
This
Damn it.
dungeon has informed you that you are at the Thresher's Rest. There we go.
Thresher's Rest. That's kind of foreboding. This whole damn dungeon's dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, aren't all dungeons dangerous?
Well, the last one was just glass and fiberglass. This is like backwards gravity and fucking throne of Thresher.
The last one is mesothelioma, the dungeon.
Exactly.
So the last one was, Jungle Fever of Doom.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, the intended for the dungeons to get progressively harder because you got progressively stronger with each one. Are you not entertained?
No, we're very entertained, sir.
Okay, well, good.
I'm a games journalist, and I was expecting to be done with this game, and the session won.
Too bad. I'm making this go all year, and I'm gonna make it have a climactic ending.
Well, okay. Next year will be my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your fizzle, my nizzle.
I can't wait to see what kind of plotline you all grab onto. Because you know how I run my games.
Whatever. Fuck it, let's all die! Like, I actively tried to die in that dungeon run that we were doing, and then that poor fucking... My minion got stuck under the door! After I defeated him with apples!
Yeah.
Oh,
We should do another one of those.
Another one
no!
of
I'll want to have sex with the mermaid, she'll try and kill me, so I'll have to, like, put a cork in her mouth. jam a sock in her mouth so I can jam a sock in her other mouth. We jam.
I mean, you can always put something else in her mouth.
I'm
Have
not
you
putting
seen
my dick-
mermaid mouths? No.
I have not seen a mermaid mouth.
Ah, good.
It's a good thing for them. But,
So-
oh no.
Jania's just getting comfy, and you'll hear them say, "You just might want to rescind that whole comment about not wanting someone to use lightning, Joan."
Why is that?
Oh, hey, look. This is obviously meant to be skipped, and then Demi will reach down and pick up a very large, intentionally placed and unnaturally smooth stone and kind of just not even skip it, just yeet clean across to the other side where it goes boom on some sort of little bell, and then you actually get your attention drawn to the contraption at the back, and you notice this enormous, what looks like weight, suspended between three massive fucking pieces of stone. And once that bell gets rung, you can see all the binds of it start to unwind, and then the whole weight just drops, and you hear boom. A very deep thud that travels and makes the water shudder and the sand shake a little bit.
What's happened?
And then you can see a health bar just across your fucking UI.
Have the other health bars spanned the UI?
No. This is the first one to span from, technically...
Corner to
So
corner.
it's not corner to corner. No, it is... So most of them usually sit center. Zoiro sat a little over center on either side. This one sits about halfway to either corner. Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, yes!
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Excuse me for that. I apparently burp.
Well,
I don't know.
it's a good thing everyone leveled up.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Alright, let's figure out their gimmick quickly.
What's their gimmick? Let's see.
It's intelligent.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Intelligent, our one weakness!
You just see this pop up.
This where?
It's being sent to Discord.
Okay.
Where is it? I'm trying to find it. I'm about to paste it.
Oh no. Visual aids.
Oh yeah, Discord doesn't
Oh,
save.
I don't have an image. Sadly, copyright say, but I do have a name.
Oh.
I forgot Discord doesn't do the Telegram thing, because like Telegram will
That's
tell
the
you if
worst.
someone's gonna send you a picture or if like they're looking through their stickers, and Discord's just like, nah,
Yeah.
they're typing. But they're
Yeah.
looking at
Ignore them.
pictures. Nah, they're typing.
No, they're typing. Bonaire full pace and more is typing.
Yes, I am, and more.
Oh no.
There you go.
Well, of Suisas.
Well, oh, that's an interesting name. And then, fuck, is all you hear from Demi when they watch the, they can hear this rumbling. You all can hear it, by the way, this rumble. And then you see the water kind of start to stir and swirl and, like, form a visible whirlpool. Mind you, this is several hundreds of feet of water ahead of you. This whole sandbar does wrap entirely around this area, hugging against these enormous walls. But once this water starts to swirl, you then see it rise, and what rises out of it is this enormous fucking, what looks like a sea serpent of some kind. And it has very thick layers of just what looks like moss that kind of shake off of it, as you can hear the sound of the air ripple as it does a sort of a whip to get the water off, and then it opens its eyes in just succession. And the first one that it opens is the one on the side of the head it turned to face you, and you see this massive, just, that is a frighteningly big tiger eye. It literally looks like a tiger's eye on this fucking creature, but it has a sort of serpent-like everything and the frills of some sort of sea predator with what looks like horns.
That ain't no weld.
I was
That
gonna say,
wall
doesn't
is
well
1,000
mean
feet
child.
tall, and this thing is about half its height. Congratulations, children. That's a baby Leviathan.
Baby.
You should see its mother.
I'd rather not.
Too bad, she's all the way out there somewhere.
Oh boy.
It's worth noting that both Dimmy and this thing have like the same response once they realize there's a threat. And it's both of them starting to puff up.
Quick, puff up, make yourself look larger.
It's not what either of them are doing.
I know.
That's a good idea, though. What's this one?
No, I was making fun of the one scene from Family Guy where Peter molted.
Yeah. Here we go. I'll use this music. I'll turn it up. Hold on.
Feeling. Well, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Oh, but it's faster than Dimmy. Holy shit, that thing's fast.
What do you mean faster than Demi?
Because it's hit unpuff first, and immediately just it just shot an enormous fucking wad of steaming water out. And oh, good thing he's got a lot of health though, because that hurt.
Yo.
Alright, we're in combat.
That was a whole lot of impact for us too. Dimmy's big, but that literally made him kind of plop on his ass. And you can see his scales steaming.
You alright, Demi?
Make sure you're not made of skin.
That's
Gotta
a
pee.
bit of a problem now, isn't that?
I gotta pee, but Janaya will leave you with a enjoy.
What? Okay, do we have a plan?
You're about to have one.
The same plan as always. Don't get hit.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, look at what... And that did really well for me in Mob last fight, didn't it?
Oh, don't mind her. She's just upset because boobs.
I'm upset about a lot of things right now.
Is everyone topped up on their HP potions?
That is exceptionally epic.
Well, I mean, we're fighting a baby Leviathan, so I would expect it to be somewhat epic.
Oh wait, what is this? I come back now. I hear what's happening.
Yon didn't think the fight was epic enough.
No, shut your fucking mouth.
Nabai was asking if everyone was topped up on their health potions.
I could use
we're
a
fine.
We're gonna need them.
How many?
Oh boy.
2.
All
You can
right.
see Demi. He took that hit to the face,
Okay.
and he's not a tank. He did survive it, but that shaved 63% of his health off.
Ow.
Navi will hand a couple of health potions over to him. Does anyone need a stamina potion?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so I have to be smart like Sin here. Shit.
How do we fight something that we can't get close to?
Why do I feel everybody looking at me right now?
That's a good question.
Well, Bonnie, you're strong enough to where you can throw things at it.
I mean, yes, but I really don't think that me angrily throwing rocks at it will kill it faster than I die.
Well, I don't know.
Are we hiding right now, or are we just like out in the open still?
You're out in the open, but you're dispersed out. And since I'm not going to penalize you for trying to plan on your turn,
Should
given the circumstances of what you've been fighting.
yeah, but we should probably figure out where cover is in this patch of land that we have. Maybe see where any available land is.
The closest land is about 80 or so feet off to the left, and it's a couple of breaks in the crag that give you a sort of hiding network of pillars and some trees.
Stone pillars?
They're part of this enormous crater wall that this whole thing is inside of.
Okay. Is that the only platform, or is that just the closest one?
It's the closest one.
Okay. So we've got...
There's some rocks off to the other side, too.
So we're definitely not going to be close to each other. We're probably going to have to fight it from multiple directions.
Okay, so Jimmy, you've got lightning, plasma. Would it transfer heat? It would transfer electricity theoretically. Yeah, I'm not really firm on it. Wait, condensate. That's super cooling. Oh,
Brings the water around it.
that really takes me like a couple of minutes to prepare because I have to flood my throat with plasma to heat it up so I don't freeze my esophagus. But
Well,
if you buy me time, I could do it.
Bjorn, we'll buy you some time.
All right, good luck. And then Demi immediately just fucking leaves.
Couple of minutes is like how many rounds?
In this case, it'll be about 3-4 rounds.
Okay.
You could die in one, though.
Yeah.
I tried to find you good enough music for this big of a boss.
Yeah.
Alright, so for this fight, Fion's gonna use his lattice work bow for bleed.
Gonna give you a notification right now. You can see the passive buff that it has over its head inform you that it has armored skin.
I have some arrows that can go through light armor. Probably not enough knowing this armor.
I wouldn't say it's light considering it lives underwater.
Yeah. Fuck.
Mm.
Well, I've got the AP arrows, but that's probably still not enough to get through.
It does have an underbelly that does look significantly softer than its back.
Yeah. Well, Fiona is probably going to aim for the underbelly or the snoot area.
You're definitely going to give me a pretty good dexterity roll at disadvantage on that one. Because it is not leaving it exposed. Once it spat, it immediately knelt, or squat, I guess you'd say compressed, and has been swaying to keep itself out of line constantly.
Okay, well, wait, for the snoot or the underbelly?
For the underbelly because it's heads in the way of a clean
Yeah.
shot, you know, sunk down and all that. Because remember, this thing is in a ridiculously deep pool of water.
Yeah.
Do we have
Well-
any sort of long-range grappling, or no?
I mean, kinda.
Because if we're able to like wrap around that snoot, then that takes care of the water shot, as long as we're able to overpower it. And then if we could, I don't know, drag its head around, maybe. Aren't we supposed to have a leader?
It's Faraji's thinking.
Arg.
This is Sin staying home because children being born.
Mhm.
Alright, so if Demi's gonna freeze it, he's gonna think of something. Our best bet might be to hit it where it's a little soft. The problem is it won't stop moving. It's had a dangerous breath attack. We could blast its mouth, but how we hold it? Only ones who'd be strong enough to hold its mouth, probably Bonnie, and I'm assuming the large dragon.
Bonnie needs to get in close.
Maybe we don't freeze the water around it necessarily, but we do make extra land.
Make a platform for the closer range fighters to get in and whack at it.
That water's gonna probably be super deep. Any platform we make is gonna be unstable.
Extremely unstable.
Is anyone able
Unless-
to walk on ceilings?
I mean, I could theoretically, but it's up there. Wait a minute. What if we just rose sand to sand? It would give it stability because this is solid ground. Or alternatively, we could do the crazy idea I'm having and break one of those large chunks of rock off up there.
Assuming
do
we'd be
that.
able to hit, we'd have to hold it in place.
Good idea. Great idea. Great idea, Naibai. We'll hold it in place.
If I had one of those great bows and arrows, we could have attached ropes to it. I could have anchored it with those, but maybe I could do the same with these light arrows if I can get it in its underbelly.
Zuri is just gonna raise their hand. Because worth noting that I could throw the sand at it. I can extend the range of the earth with my style.
But it works well.
Is this even sand? And Naiba is going to kind of like poke at what they're standing on.
It's sand at first, but about 2 inches down, it feels like very thick rock.
Naiba is gonna dig a little bit and pull out a chunk if they can.
Yeah, we're not pulling out a chunk of that rock. The best way to describe what this is basically where something impacted the planet and sunk into it and formed this up over it.
Oh,
Oh, we're
This
in an
is-
impact crater, okay.
this
You're
is
in a
where the
massive
dinosaurs died.
impact crater. Dumbass. This is bigger than the Chicxa Club crater. Technically. It's only got like a
Oh.
2-mile radius. This thing has more than 2 miles of radius.
This is where the planet died.
I mean, the dungeons are the dungeons. Great plan. Alright.
Okay.
So, first, we hit it. Zuri, how long would that be? It would be for a few moments. But it will be enough that someone could take over there and attack. Alright. Well, then make us a platform. And I guess, I can swim. Bonnie? Yeah, I can swim. Great.
I'll keep it distracted while you all get in position.
Best for you to go over there and cover, though.
Aye. And Fionn will run over to his position.
You were basically the safest position betwixt all these fucking enormous stones.
Alright, let's see.
Nago's gonna have to stay in the middle. Is there even anything to bounce stuff off of near the Leviathan, or is it just like out in the ocean?
Well, this is basically a miniature ocean that's surrounded in this crater. And there's a lot of stuff to bounce things off of. There's a couple of crags sticking up from the water. I should
There's the
mention
water
that
itself.
there's the water itself, but there's also along the shoreline you've got about 30 foot of safety clearance when it comes to things to ricochet or if you could dive behind that are like pre-existing crags, but you don't exactly want to run out there and try and test if there's anything underneath the water.
Okay.
You could just run out there and straight drop, and these could just be giant spires from the ground underground.
Yeah. Is there any sort of surf going on?
It's not really any surf, save for what they're currently making.
Okay.
And you said for the attempted shot at its underbelly, I'd have to roll at disadvantage.
Yes.
Dex roll. Okay. What's my dex at? What is my dex? Okay. Dex
That's the journey
is
we managed to smite
that.
it.
Alright, I'm gonna do my roll before I add up all my damage, just in case it's a miss.
That's fair. By the way, it's worth noting that fucking Beatrice and Sin are able to watch all this entirely thanks to Glycol, who's very entertained.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Beatrice currently dealing with, the growings of labor pains. Hey, check this out. Your friends might die.
The distraction.
Okay, first roll is a 76. Second roll is a 69.
Nice.
Alright, so 69 plus 680. It's 749.
It's fine enough.
Or a.
Alright. Time to start
What?
calculating ricochet.
It was just this first shot was just gonna be a drill shot.
Ooh, good idea. Yeah, I
With
love
a-
drill shot on things this big.
It was gonna use a stinger arrow as well. So inherent bleed from both the lattice work bow and the stinger arrow. So, did it hit or no?
Yeah, it did. Actually
Okay.
hit 7 times because of its physical size.
Oh,
And that did
Okay.
immediately get its attention.
all right. Let me calculate the damage. Let's see. That's our bow. 5264.
Who's messaging me?
No, there's somebody poking me.
Plus 8, 5, and 6. Plus 750 plus 40 plus 80. That's 550. Okay. Total damage is 15,600.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
You've done a shit to its HP. But you did
How
put
much
good
is a chip?
Like,
109,000.
Huh?
You did chip damage.
Okay.
I'm doing the grape shot thing, so I'm still rolling damage.
It's fine. I'm already doing stuff.
But the description of drill shot says,
I know what it does.
if it's a, okay.
And it hit multiple times because of its size.
Yeah. So it's probably not very happy.
Nope. Neither is it happy about getting gut punched by rocks thanks to Zuri swinging their fairly large curved greatsword. Zuri managed to make a wind and sort of like a slope by extending the rock out. That was a whole ass ability, so that one's gonna be on cooldown. But that did help fucking Drake and Bonnie, who both managed to run up and hit it once in the stomach before running.
What's going on here?
That's gonna take them some getting used to, because they can only get one attack in before they have to move off that fucking platform because it collapses.
Ooh.
Well, Nightbike calculates that. So, Kevin, you enjoying your food?
Oh, he's very much enjoying this. There was honeyed ham involved.
Yum. He's gonna be good.
Does Kevin get to watch?
Kevin's eating food. He don't have no idea what's going on. Combat noises. Okay then.
So you said I could fit 8 stones, or not 8, 7 stones together in the sling. And what was
Yeah.
it, 3 Leviathan tops?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I guess Kevin don't want to talk. He wants to eat food. Wow. Rude. How rude of you.
I don't even know what's going on.
They're just eating food. I
You
mean,
don't care
they're
about
fighting
watching
a
his
giant
students get
monster.
mauled.
They're not even there.
Mhm.
They're just. Shit, Glyco's still over at Fuyu's place relaxing. He ain't coming out. He's too comfy.
Mhm.
enjoying his little break he's got from teaching courses.
Well, everybody needs a break from. Everybody needs a break now and then.
Everyone needs a break from everything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
It's
I
true.
wasn't there. It's my fault. Might die because I'm not there now. And it's done.
Okay, so that made this substantially easier because I don't have to calculate everything every time. So that is 7 steel ball bearings loaded up and skipping stoned at this thing for 126,391 damage.
Whoa. Alright.
Big numbers from the little bunny. Yay.
Sadly, it's still just 4 chip damage on it. Except for one that does 4 times damage because it does manage to help clip another part of it. Because one of your ball bearings managed to skip and smack an actual weak spot.
Oh.
Did I happen to catch which one that was, or is it just scattershot?
You're not sure because yours, well, it can still make emotions, and it's been slow and low to the ground, looking around. So when it turned and you hit it, you basically slammed into its face with yours.
Hmm.
So you don't know where on its face you hit it. That was the softy spot, but it hurt.
It was the head boob.
A fucking moron. What do you mean head boob?
It's like some snakes have head boob. It's just the muscle on the head that the bump that like pokes out where their jaw muscles are.
Uh, no.
And just imagine getting punched in the jaw muscle. Just boom.
Is funny thought.
Probably doing his damn best to try and figure out how he's gonna do something here. Can't really get close himself. He does manage to finally see it, though. It finally clicks in his head. At the end of y'all's turn, what do y'all have here? They manage to let out a large surprise shriek when it feels something cut it under the water, and then it panics, and then Faraji kind of spits out of the wall, beside Fionn coughing.
Yeah, right, Faraji.
I could not breathe.
Tried holding your breath. I
Jeez.
know, not helpful.
Well, you've always been as smart as Bimbo. Now you look like one.
Trying to be funny.
Oh,
Oh look, Kevin's paying attention to Michael's showing, pal.
oh, he's gone and started paying attention. Wanders home, go with food. Him done eating food. Takes food with. Hey, look.
Oh,
People
he
make
is
fun
still
of him.
munching.
So I figured he would bring food with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just sit near the pregnant Beatrice, who's just casually, kind of, sort of in pseudo stirrups. Just all cluster around her, make her feel happy.
Just, oh, hey.
Right within
Happy to
grabbing
have
range.
friends, but he is also in some discomfort.
Are you sure you don't want me to give him a spinal tap? No. I have the drug. Hold on. No. That man and his necessity. How is it go? Oh, I see they're fighting. Oh, a little baby Leviathan. If only they knew to go for the weak spot. They could stun it. Yeah, that is pretty funny how they have it. Kind of right there in plain sight. That is the annoying part.
It would be hilarious if they saw this and like it was like an RPG game like screen where they had all the health and stats on one side and the boss's health and stats on the other.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me.
Michael could do that. He could track all of that, but it would kind of be him invading your mind, so you need to focus.
Yeah.
With Naibai's second action, since they only attacked on their turn, are they able to like talk to the spirits? Like, hey, so is there any sort of trick to this, or?
They are, and Zoros knows.
Aha! No lick.
Now,
Ooh.
watch behind its jaw. When it attacks, be very watch. Zoros gave you critical information because you do watch as it kind of dunks its head in the water and then rises again, and it starts to swell up to spit out another attack, and then you can see its jaw as it drops down and the flesh kind of pushes forward. You see what looks like a little opening behind its jaw that looks like it's possibly some sort of sensory organ that's usually kept hidden by its tissue 90% of the time.
Oh no, it's got a Bayonetta counter. It's like- Alright, well, Naibai will do their best to inform the nearby party members that it's, it has a weak point behind the jaw when it's about to attack.
Got Faraji just yelling across the water. Give me a chance of fun! What?
You know, we still got those ear crystal communicators that Glycol gave us.
He doesn't.
Huh?
They don't.
He doesn't.
No. Well, I'm saying the rest of us.
We do.
Faraji gonna slip into the fucking shadows, wasting one of his turns and then plop out behind Emmy. Don't. Okay, which has the longer range? Hold breath or burn breath? Uh, yeah, they both? Okay, hit it right there. Okay. They're gonna take a couple more turns, though. What? Shut up. Alrighty. Then Faraji will return to Fionn. Okay. You heard him. Try and hit him right there on the right side.
Alright.
Hey, can you give me a D100 just for athletics real quick?
Yeah.
So can Naiba give me one of those too?
Athletics, huh?
Yep.
Oh
You
boy.
get them springy bungy pubs.
This is where Fionn got hurt last time.
Uh, agility?
Yeah, excuse me, agility.
Okay. 530 plus 74.
So you're fast enough to avoid it. Demi thankfully was able to duck behind a rock. Faraji was popping out of the shadows and ended up against one of the pillars by Fionn. Fionn was standing out in the open. Zuri didn't. Mob, however, and Bonnie both didn't. So ow.
176.
All right, but you're still by that pillar, right? You know, hiding.
Yes.
Safely? Okay, cool. That's fast enough to get you behind it, and you should be safe.
Okay.
Because what you notice is that was a lot of water because its jaws puffed up and then its neck kind of started to puff as well. And it got relatively low considering its height. Maybe a handful of feet over the whole damn shoreline. And then started to spew out a continuous stream of burning water all the way across the front half of this arena that you're in.
Oh no. And behind the pillar.
I am not even worried because they know its range won't hit them.
This boss has got everything. It's got sweep attacks, it has AoE.
It's got pinpoint attacks.
What's next? Is it gonna taunt our tank?
Fucking tempted, it might.
It just might.
It did piss off your two tanks though because they both got burned.
No.
Ah! Well, that is really fucking hot. Ooh. Health potion. And then Bonnie just aggressively slams a health potion over their fucking bat. Because they knew they couldn't avoid it, so they made themselves as small as possible, but unfortunately their bat got seared.
Oh no, they're back bacon.
It's
I don't
alright.
Yeah, fine, it's third-degree burns. Water burns are never good. Can you make another one? Yes. Make it directly up to its face. You won't have enough time. You will not have enough time to escape it. We don't plan to get off of the rock. We plan to get onto it. Okay? Well, you have a great distraction in the fact that Zuri did make them a slope that hit it in the chin and made it hiss. But it was much more surprised by the fact that two people just jumped onto its face. Alright. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's not winning those checks. It's not shaking them off.
Oh,
Bonnie, because Bonnie found a ridge to
Yeah,
grab. Bonnie got her meaty gripper on a ridge. You're never shaking her now. And Mob, because Mob decided axes make good picks.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
With how Warden is actually shaped, it has a very aggressive design. So it does have basically a pseudo pick kind of like shape. So he can actually slam in and then push down and hook
Dig.
to really dig it in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
Yeah, you hear it let out a kind of a pain roaring noise, a very aggressively loud hiss. It's pissed. It's an agony, and it just lost another. Well, it's more of a chunk instead of a chip this time. Portion of its health. Nothing like massive, but you're doing work. You're chipping away at it.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. His movement action was just to land on it and hurt it. Thing's gonna probably get kneed in the schnoz a bunch by them.
Punch it in the eyeball.
Which one?
Yes.
Choose one.
That's 3 of them. It's currently
Choose one.
looking at either of their fucking backs with the one on either side of its head and the one in the middle that they're both between, and they're looking at it. It's like you can see what your tanks are currently thinking when they look at the giant eye, then look at each other, and then both look at their burns. So that's going to be what they do on their next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And it really plays to have 2 aggressive tanks that can distract it by... I figured this would happen to some boss, I just didn't think it would happen on the second turn, that they would both lose their temper and decide that it's Monster Hunter time.
As long as they don't do it to a poor Nagikuta, we'll be good.
Or a Gormangala.
They're gonna do it to a Bambaro.
Do it to a
I'm just
double
saying.
yo.
One or at least all of you have seen that little sad Nagikuta comic.
So seriously though, can we talk about, like, why the fuck did Devil Joe go from a big green sweet boy in Ultimate to an angry devil pickle in fucking World?
Because
I
Devil
don't know,
Pickle is the best version.
I haven't played any of the Monster Hunter games, so I couldn't
like
tell
it.
you.
The Monster Hunter fans finally shut up about having the biggest monsters when they've seen how big behemoths from Final Fantasy are.
Uh-huh.
Big enough that it can fit a Devil Joe in its mouth like a toy.
Oh.
Yeah. Behemoth. Behemoths in Final Fantasy. Like, the only game that's ever really done them justice is, yeah, pretty much Monster Hunter World's crossover event and Final Fantasy 15 with some exception missions. And even then, they're not actually as big as they are. Things are literally so big that, like, in several of the universes, they would just use them as war machines.
Oh.
They would call them behem smashes, I believe is the word that they would use. Like the Military Empire would just cover them in iron and shit and piss them off by literally hitting them in the balls with a piece of iron.
No.
I mean, that would work pretty much for everything, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right. No, I'd get mad if somebody hit me in the balls, and I'd want to kill whatever did it, or something that I seen and blamed. Feeling you have a good shot? Naibai, you probably have a decent shot. It's not moving. Well, you've already relayed that information, though, but you can now act on that information.
Is it reasonable to assume it's gonna try and do that puff-up attack again?
Where it spits a bullet of hotness at you?
Well, just using any sort of water attack.
It's reasonable to assume it could, but it may. It all depends on what the dice say, but right now its attention is majorly drawn to the 2 flies on its face.
Okay,
Oh, no, I'd say that's more like 2 angry wasps on your face.
Like if you walked and stuck your head into just like the little hive of like that, just 2 tarantula hawks are starting together, or Japanese hornets, and he's like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, no.
How you guys doing? Ah, I'm sorry, I'm serious.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Ah, God, I was just wanting to welcome you.
Oh, there was your first mistake.
Okay, so it's probably going to be more focused on that than attacking things at a distance.
Because it's currently disoriented because it doesn't have great depth perception when things are this close.
I can imagine.
Just, yeah. What's the same reason we get tweaky when a hummingbird like zips at our face?
Yeah, except it can feel its skull bleeding and the ridge on its head being slowly crushed.
So Naiba is going to use Ricochet and launch 3 Leviathan tops for 199,704 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Plus fire from the fucking sling. And they're gonna prepare an action to dodge out of the way in case it decides to get rid of the flies on its face by smashing them on the shoreline.
That's a very valid idea, and that's probably what it's going to do, because that's a good idea.
Big brain moves right there.
Big brain monster.
I mean, if I was a wild animal and I was being assaulted by 2 angry gnats, that's probably what I would do, because no hands.
Is it going to go down, or is it going to take them up?
Yeah.
Or is it going to do like that horse and do a backflip?
You have any idea what you're asking it to do? Do you You have no idea how long this thing is.
You don't want it to do the flips.
This could eat a reefer leviathan.
Oh,
Fuck, this thing's probably bigger than the sea dragon, and it's a baby.
mm-hmm.
There's a reason that they call the false leviathan a false leviathan, because a full-size false leviathan doesn't even get as big as a baby leviathan.
Oh, that's big.
Leviathan, great monster of the ocean. It's a biblical name with it's a whole ass species with a biblical name. All right. So yeah, that hurt. You crit. You did a bunch of damage. You took a good visible chunk out of it. Fire didn't work though, because it's fucking soaked in water.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth a shot though. Commend you.
Yeah, I mean, that's just as a constant whenever they're using that sling. It does fire.
It does.
Did the poison work?
The poison did work.
Oh.
Ah.
The poison
Status
from the
effects.
grasp.
Yeah, it did work.
This is good.
Yeah, because when its turn rolled around, it lost a chunk of HP because its percent max health damage.
Yes.
Yeah. Statuses are the way forward. It's just figuring out which ones actually work.
Yes.
Well, see, that's the thing is, as you've noticed, does not matter. Statuses will not be 100% effective all the time. The only consistent one that's been functional is stab it a bunch.
Yeah,
See, that's
because
why
not even burn it works all the time.
Beatrice isn't here. Problem, your damage is down. Don't get to hear Blaze. Light it on fire. It's
I
in water.
probably lost
You'll
those.
light it on fire then.
Probably lost those tops.
They're wedged in it. They're gone.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get them out when it dies.
I don't know if they'd still be usable after that.
In your bow? Would you like to take a shot at it? Try and hit its soft spot that it had open?
Yeah, Fionn is going to attempt to shoot at the squishy part that was open.
You would have had to have shot before it technically tried to pass over you, but your position would have allowed you to hit it and then dodge.
Yeah.
So that's its mechanics. You're gonna have to find moments to attack it.
Yeah, so
Well, one
Fionn
of
is
them.
going to use his overdraw shot to hit the weak spot. So I don't have to make any rolls for this, do I? Or can I just add up the dabblage?
Add up the dabblage.
Is the weak spot exposed right now? I thought it had to puff up for it to show up.
It did puff up, but I'm counting as he went first and he noticed it. So before its breath, I guess you could say breath attack got to him, he shot then dodged because it started from left to right and he's on the right side.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, lattice work bow.
And he would have that single window, and that's basically his
64.
turn. Like, even if you attack out of order, I will arrange them in order to what makes the most sense combat-wise.
Oh, that's nice of you. I don't. It's
96 plus.
Because if I don't
Go for
arrange them,
draw.
then it'll drive me insane.
you and your MOBA brain. They're doing it in the wrong order.
Oh, that's some
No,
plus.
it's supposed to be I engage you backline, then he
14.
sweeps.
Chaos!
Son of a bitch.
Too much chaos. Fight for Elder.
Hold on, I accidentally cleared out the calculator.
Scuttle, exterminate. Scuttle.
Fucking Dalek voice pack over the char would be great.
8596.
I think a Dalek voice pack in League of Legends is what we need to replace Rift Alexa. I just want to hear an enemy has died. Weakling.
I have a Dalek voice pack for Victor.
I'm sure you could mod it in.
By the way, guess who you get to see in Arcane Candy Cane?
Victor?
Yeah, before he became the Victor you know.
Ooh. Let's see, overdraw 4,000.
I watched that shit, y'all. I was up till like fucking midnight watching that. Then I went and played games in there, but there.
14. 604
Yay.
I
plus
was so excited
80.
to just watch Arcane. It was so good, and then what we did
550.
what I do.
Okay. Total damage for overdraw arrow with the lattice work bow, the stinger arrow, the jade infused grip, which causes poison. So it's poison and bleed. Is 33,014.
All right, you hit it right there in its weak spot.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's breath attack, stopping just on the pillar you're at, as your arrow managed to travel time and all that. Impacted with a thunk, hit it, and that immediately did 10 times the damage.
Oof, 10.
Yeah, you just shot an unprotected part of its internals.
So that's extra bleed and oh, Jesus.
Yep. It had a half a stack of days right there. Now it's good. So the basic thing is first it gets shot by that, it gets fucking rocked to the chin, angry wasp on face, then it gets by Leviathan tops. Its turn, it does in fact want to get the wasp off its face. What does it do? Simple. Fucking rises up, it flips around, and then it slams down. And fucking mob bounced off of it, landing on the ground with 1 health left. I'm okay. Bonnie, however, did not manage to get crushed because its head's kind of lopsided because she wasn't letting that happen. No, she immediately fucking formed a squat. So when she impacted, all of her mass went back up. Yes, good, Bonnie, with your ridiculous strength. It shouldn't have shaved that much health off of her, and she wouldn't have this much additional muscle. That's where I hurt. Because Bonnie's just punched that thing eye out.
Poor mob.
Huh?
Poor mob.
I know, right?
Yeah, I feel kind of sorry for him. He just got
Yeah.
slapped.
Nah, he's alright. Oh, okay. I gotta do it. You're alright, though. You get a little bit of comfort as a medic watching mobs' health go from 1%, then just starts going all the way back up until he's full health again. Oh!
He'll be fine.
Yeah. No, long-term damage may be sustained from doing that, son. Do it too much. Yes, Dad, don't do it too much. I understand. Mom can only do that once in a while. That hurts him so bad.
What just happened?
He just had his liver, stomach, spleen, and one of his lungs flatten, and then he unflattened them, and then promptly started vomiting up all that blood because it has to get out.
Oh. Well, that doesn't sound pleasant at all.
Give me a turn. Yeah, he can feel the reversal of the whole thing. He feels the pain both ways.
Ugh.
But Mob currently has a healing debuff that makes healing 60% as effective on him.
Did he end up close to Naibai or nah?
He hit up like 5 feet from Naibai.
Okay, so it's a good thing she readied up that dodge.
Yeah, well, that thing's weight did manage to dislocate and then promptly break Bonnie's arm, but luckily it drove it into her knee, and that's why she was able to punch it back. It put her on 10% health, but that's a lot of fucking retaliation damage.
And that's also
Oh, absolutely.
10% health from wherever they were at before, which is concern.
She's fine though. Do not. She was at 71% health. I think. So she's a little under 9,000 health.
Mm-hmm.
So is that thing's head staying close to the ground, or did it just get knocked, like, yeeted back up into the air?
Well, she punched it in the eye and immediately dazed it, which did make it spling up as, bleeding fucking eye and everything with a shriek before slamming down. And then it gets a 2-turn daze on it.
This sounds like a good time to roll 12 dice.
Even with all that damage, you have only managed to take about a fifth of its health off, though. I'm alright. Hey, don't worry about me, it's fine. No, oh, it's rough.
New time. The talkative cat.
Meow.
Alright, so
600% no.
I have to go. This dinner
No, it's
time.
8:05. Remember where we are for next week.
Oh, okay.
Type it.
Okay.
Oh, it did get kind of late all of a sudden, didn't it?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, yeah. That means it's a good boss fight.
I'm gonna put that right there.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night. I'm super glad you have them because, Demi's not a tank, by the way. He's a damage dealer, so he probably would have got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's over there though. He's also on all fours with his tail up. Worth noting.
Mm-hmm.
Priming the cannon.
Yeah, he's gonna fire on this turn. It's
Okay.
it's very very good that everything went the way it did because he was gonna shoot up at it, probably missed and create a giant dangerous ice based or super cool chunk of rock because he literally just spit out condensate. By the way, it's not ice like Sin. His is much different. That water would have froze all the way down in the surface area. Actually, it would have froze the entire thing for a little bit because condensate creates more condensate.
Mm.
Oh, that's that kind of condensate.
I gotta go.
Okay,
Okay,
have fun,
goodbye.
friend.
Just think.
And don't worry, I wasn't bored. I was kind of multitasking.
Oh, good. Your friends are gonna come back bruised and bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! I'm still pissed that nobody's died yet, though. Die!
Oh,
Jump in the water! I'll give you a whole bunch of money in the game.
Jump in the water, they say.
I mean, Beyond might jump in the water for money.
Once it's dead, sure.
Somebody die. I want to see. I'm pissed that Mob didn't. He literally survived on 1% health.
Oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure that Fion's gonna mess up and get hit by the scalding hot water.
Scalding. Only scalding to them because they have high armor values.
Who would have guessed our glass cannon would be an archer?
That's in
I guess now would be a good time to use that spirit sword technique.
Yeah, well, you have chids. We'll do that.
I was preparing the walking lash, but nah, the spirit sword's new and fancy. I want to see what it does.